Chris here with MW3 360, bringing you guys a little bit of a different video today. This is actually a gameplay on Modern Warfare 3, but I'm not going to talk about the gameplay. This video has a little depth to it, and you're going to need to pay attention to this because this affects everyone in the United States. And even if you aren't in the United States and you're viewing my videos, I mean, this will affect pretty much everyone in the world that uses the internet for other things than email or things like this. So there's currently two bills that are trying to be passed in the House and Senate. One called the SOPA, which is Stop Online Piracy Act, and then PIPA, which is Protect IP Act. Both of these bills are claiming to try to prevent piracy, but honestly, reading into these bills, and if you read into these bills as well as I hope you do, you'll realize there's something else going on here. And my personal opinion is that this is just another way for the government, United States government, of course, or mainly pretty much, yeah, the United States government pretty much controlling the internet. And I don't think that that is a wise decision on their part, because pretty much what they're trying to do is, of course, them saying that they're going to prevent piracy. Well, one, I don't see how that's possible, because I mean, there's so much that goes on that they're not going to be able to, monitor all these websites all the time. But pretty much what these bills, the way they got started is the MPAA, which is the Motion Picture Association of America, which is, pretty much movies in general. They actually started to pass this because they said that piracy was decimating their industry. Now, I don't deny that piracy is a huge deal, but I mean, they actually released a study that they said that they lost 20.6 million, I believe, 20.5 million, something like that, annually due to piracy. And I don't believe that to be true, because there is a third-party study done by Julian Sanchez, I believe, and he concluded that they only lost around 446 million a year due to piracy. Now, don't get me wrong, $446 million, that's ridiculous. But I mean, that's such a huge difference from 20.5 billion to 446 million. I mean, there's a huge difference there. So I mean, that's the first red flag thrown to me, thinking that, maybe there's something else behind this bill. Maybe it's not just piracy. Another big name that's trying to push this bill through is EA. They currently, I believe, they own the second largest FPS gaming franchise on console and PC. So, I mean, yeah, the main reason I believe they're doing it is because if they get YouTube pretty much shut down, not really shut down, but you can't view the content like video games, that's going to stop promotion of other video games, which is, I mean, if somebody's been a hardcore gamer of theirs, they're not going to see other videos and like be exposed to other games. So they're just going to kind of, just stick with what they're usually like used to. I mean, that's human nature. We usually stick to the norm, and I mean, if we have a daily routine, we stick with that. I mean, it's almost like we follow it religiously. But these bills are no bueno, I guess you could say, because I mean, neither one of them are good. I mean, these people are claiming that this is going to stop piracy and increase jobs, when this is going to decimate, yes, I'm going to use one of their own words, this is going to decimate the tech sector, as it is stated in this article. Because I mean, YouTube, Google, Twitter, Facebook, all these people need developers, and they have employed millions of people. Like, these companies have employed millions of people online because of their invention. And with this new bill, I mean, you're not going to have the emergence of other websites like these that actually have a success and that will generate jobs. And they're claiming that this will generate jobs. I'm honestly saying that this is going to destroy jobs more than, generate them, because I just don't understand how they can do something this extreme and not, see the consequences. But SOPA, which is the Stop Online Piracy Act, it has been deemed the more extreme bill. But PIPA is not much different. I mean, these bills are extreme. They have extreme consequences if it does pass. And as I have already done, I've contacted my representative of my state, and had a couple friends do this as well, to stop this bill, for him to vote against it when he goes back into session. And this is what I urge everyone to do. If you would, please click on the link, as I said, and just contact your representative, get a whole bunch of people together, and let's try to get this thing stopped. I mean, if we can get 41 senators to vote against this, then we can stop this bill before it even gets voted upon by the House or Senate, so we can rely on our representatives without having to, you know, go through like the whole process in the House or Senate. So as I said, please do this. If you don't really care about YouTube and you can live without Facebook, Twitter, or really any file sharing website, go right ahead. Just sit back and let this problem just occur. But I mean, we need to stand up as a community, not only a gaming community or a modding, glitching community, or just YouTube in general. We need to stand up as American citizens and do our part to actually try to stop this, because this is going to affect everybody. I mean, these websites will not be available to the U.S. And if it's not available to the U.S., websites like Facebook, YouTube, things that have been created in the U.S. won't be available to anyone else around the world. So I mean, you won't be able to have the same freedoms, I guess you could say, than, you know, you would before. So if you guys please would contact your representatives, let them know that you're against this bill, get a whole bunch of friends together, and if they have enough people that call them and, you know, give them you know, reason to vote against it, then yeah, they'll vote against it, because representatives are there to, you know, help the greater good of their state or the sector they're representing. So guys, that's my take on this. I'm running out of time. Hope you enjoy this. More links will be in the description, so read up on this, and I'll see you guys next time.